of ambitious ideas. And for those of you who've attended our events previously, you know how this all runs. But before we start, I'd like to extend a big thank you to our sponsor, the Canberra Airport, as well as the speakers without whom this evening, of course, wouldn't be possible. A particular welcome to some of our younger audience members. We have a few students here tonight that are going to be working on tonight's topic into the future when they attend our Teen Startup Camp challenge on the 4th and 5th of June. And they'll be coming up with ideas and products that hopefully will solve some of the problems that are brought to our attention tonight. So if you have any young innovators between the ages of 10 and 18, please encourage them to come along. And we're also going to be running an aviation Teen Startup Camp in July in the school holidays. Candice and I are not going to be running that one, we're going to be out playing with the toys out the back. So before we start the evening, just a couple of housekeeping things. If they're in the unlikely event of an emergency, they're at the exits at the back there, and the bathrooms are just outside, back out in the foyer. So tonight we use what we call the Ignite format. So it's basically each speaker has 5 minutes to tell their story, and you should have picked up a list of speakers out in the foyer, but just in case you haven't, that's the list of speakers. We've decided to go a little bit equal opportunity tonight. We have a male timekeeper for the first time for our festivals. So Donovan out here will be our timekeeper. The speakers will get a warning at 4 minutes, and they'll get a bell at 5, and they literally have to get off the stage at 5. So after the speakers have finished their presentations, of course, we'll invite you all out to the foyer for drinks and canapes and to talk to our speakers. So the theme for tonight's event is future cities, and there's been a lot of talk about this whole area for quite some time. There was a few things that really made it quite pertinent to us, and that's why we decided to pick this as our particular topic. So just some of the stats and some of the comments we've seen. By 2030, it is estimated that freshwater demand could outpace supply by 40%. The UN predicts that by 2050, the world's urban population will be as big as the world's total population was in 2002. And I read someone say that this equates to creating a city the size of London every month for the next 2 years, the next 2 decades. A lot of people. At this time, the world's population will demand 70% more food than is consumed today. In the future of cities, they cannot be one based on unsustainable expansion. It should rather be one of tireless innovation, encouraging flexible and more sustainable uses of limited resources. Good urban infrastructure needs to anticipate change, be built to adapt and to be resilient. And the 3 key trends which will form the agenda of the future are demographic shifts, a changing environment and resource scarcity, and technology and business model disruption. And of course, the one that has been in the press a lot is that the world's climate over the next century is likely to shift dramatically. Increasing occurrences of extreme weather events, desertification, and rising sea levels all threaten the world's cities. I could go on. You've all heard some amazing stats about what's going to happen in the next 20, 50, 100 years. But I'm going to stop there and invite our first speaker of the night, who probably needs no introduction, but Stephen Byron of the Canberra Airport.